everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making this beautiful wreath. This has a bunch of leaves on it that I made in different colors, and you can make yours in different colors as well. I'll get into the supplies we'll need, and then I'll get into making this piece. So big thank you to Red Heart Yarns for providing this yarn today. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver yarn, and I'm using a different array of colors. So I'm using gold, there's Aran, teal, or I think this is jade actually, jadeite, burgundy, and medium purple. Yes. So those are all the colors I'm using. You can use any colors you want. Make it festive. Use greens and reds or whites and reds, like candy canes. Super fun and super easy. So I'm just going to show you how to make one of these leaves, and then you can make as many as you want and add them to a fun wreath. And that's the next piece you're going to need is a wreath. So this wreath I got at the craft store Joann's, but you can get some like at Michael's or your local craft store. And also, you're going to need some hot glue, as I'm picking off some hot glue here. You're going to need a hot glue gun to glue on your leaves to your wreath. You're going to also need some floral wire. I use this floral wire to do the outer edge of my leaves, just so that they can stay in their shape. But you don't have to use this, but I did. It was just a lot easier to use. You're also going to need a G-sized hook, which is 4.25 millimeters. This fancy hook is from the Etsy shop Would Be Fancy. It is ergonomic, hand-carved, handcrafted. I'll put the link in the description of this video so you can get your crochet hook like this. Or if you wanted to, you can use an H-sized hook, which is 5 millimeters. So that's this one here. Again, at the Etsy shop Would Be Fancy. You'll need a scissors and a yarn needle to cut your yarn and sew in your ends, and those are all the supplies you're going to need. This is such a simple project. So before we begin, I have to mention there are links in the description of this video. Make sure to check out all the items here for your supplies. Check out the free written pattern on YARNutopia.com, and also check out our Facebook and Instagram page. It's all linked in the description of this video. I have to say a huge thank you to Red Heart Yarns here for providing this yarn. A big thank you to my dad for filming this tutorial and editing it for us. And also a big thank you to you for watching. Alright, let's get started and make this beautiful wreath. Alright, to start off, we're going to make one of the leaves. You can make as many of these as you want. So make a slip knot, so put your short end over your long end, then fold this down and then pull your long end through and pull tight. Insert your hook and we can start. So let's begin by chaining 13. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And we're going to slip stitch into the second chain from the hook right here. I'm going to work in those back ridges of the chain. Okay, so in that second chain right here, we're going to go in and slip stitch. So yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook. In the next chain, we're going to single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. In the next chain, we are going to half double crochet. So yarn over, go into the chain, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. We're going to double crochet into the next. So yarn over, go into the next chain, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 more loops. In the next 4 chains, we are going to treble crochet. So yarn over twice, go into this next chain here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more, and yarn over and pull through those other 2. That's a treble crochet. So do it again, yarn over twice, next chain, make your treble crochet. There's our second one. Yarn over twice, go into the next chain, make your next treble crochet, and the next chain. Ooh, I think I have the hiccups. Just treble crochet in the next one. Now we are going to come back down, so let's double crochet, so yarn over once, double crochet into the next chain, then half double crochet into the next chain, so yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, then single crochet into the next chain, and then you should have 1 chain left. We're going to slip stitch into that one. Now we're going to chain 1, and you can see I'm turning my leaf around to this side. We're going to work on the foundation row going back to the beginning. So we are going to slip stitch back into the same chain that this one was in right here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Then we're going to single crochet into this next stitch right here. So we're doing what's opposite of this side on this side. Okay, and I'm going to work over the top of this straggler here. So hopefully you can see my stitches. We're single crocheting into this one, then half double crochet into this next one, then double into the next, and then treble into the next 4. So yarn over twice, go into the next stitch here, and treble crochet. Okay, and do that 4 times. So go into the next stitch, treble crochet, whoopsie, I lost my loops there, yarn over twice, and go in. Yeah, take your time. If I'm going a little fast for you, you can always pause this or rewind. And I am going to do my treble crochet stitches, and then we'll come back down on these last 4 stitches here. Okay, so this next stitch right here is a double crochet. Then the stitch after that is a half double crochet. Then the stitch after that is a single crochet. And then a slip stitch in the beginning here. Now at this point, if you want just like this, a leaf, and you do not want to add wire, you can fasten off at this point and glue the leaves down like this. But I want to add the wire to keep its shape really nice and uniform. So what I'm going to do is chain 1. I'm going to slip stitch into this first slip stitch right here. Okay, we're going to go into this single crochet, we're going to yarn over and pull through. We're going to introduce the floral wire. So I'm going to grab just a strand of this. Okay, and we are going to put that behind our hook. Okay, but in front of our working yarn. So I know it's kind of difficult to hold 2 pieces at once, but try to hold it with your other hand. There we go. So yarn over, and you can see that the wire is in between there. We're going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops, and that wire is secure in there. And now we're just going to single crochet in each stitch around. So single crochet and work around the wire. So go in, working around the wire, just like that. That way it's secure into on the edge of the stitches here, and it's hidden underneath this yarn. Okay, now I'm just going to pull it a little bit so I have some slack there, and we're just going to go to the next stitch and just single crochet. And I want you to watch me continue to single crochet around, because when we get to the point, I'll show you what to do. Okay, so we're at the point now. We're going to slip stitch into the slip stitch. Okay, you can chain 1 and then slip stitch into this next slip stitch right here. And then just continue to single crochet on the opposite side. And your wire will have a curve in it. It's going to be round, but we will point that out later to make it have a pointy end. So just make sure, not to worry about, how it's looking right now, because it's not going to look like a leaf at this point. It's just going to look like just an oval kind of shape. But we're almost done. I'm just single crocheting in the rest of the stitches now. And then when we come back to the beginning here, we're going to slip stitch in the first slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch in there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is work around both of these wires, grab my yarn and pull it through, then come on the other side of it, yarn over and pull through to chain 1. Then I'm going to grab some scissors and cut my yarn and pull it all the way through that chain 1 and pull tight. We're going to stretch this out completely like that. Make it look like a leaf. We're going to take our wire cutter, chop the wire. We are going to grab our yarn needle and sew in this end into our leaf. Right up into these stitches back here. This is the back side of the leaf. Okay, and then we're just going to trim that and trim the other straggler that we had. Okay, then I'm going to take my pliers, and if it's not pointed at the top right here, we're going to take our pliers and kind of bend the wire inside there, and you can see, oopsie, that a point will be created. Just make sure that your wire is hidden on the inside there, and that looks like a leaf. Now what we want to do is grab these two wires right here. I'm going to pinch the base of it. I'm going to take these two and just kind of twist them. Okay, and then I'm going to bend them upward onto the back side of the leaf. Okay, and if you want to trim that short, you can. You don't have to though, because it's in the back and it's going to be hidden. So now what I need you to do is make as many of these as you want. It really doesn't matter how many you make. I'm going to grab my hot glue gun and the wreath, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Alright, so I have all these leaves made, and I laid them out on my wreath. I love this wreath because it looks like a blown wind kind of wreath. It's really fabulous. It's this blooming autumn wreath. I got it actually on an after Halloween sale, and I'm going to use it for Christmas decorations. So what I'm going to do, I just like hot glued down a bunch of these. You're just going to do a full line, and that should be enough, and then just put it down. So do your setup first, and that'll make it so much easier when you want to glue these all down. Kitty, this is hot glue. Sorry, my cat keeps coming into my tutorials. And there it is. Awesome. So the rest of these I think I glued down already. And you can reinforce them if you'd like, but this is what it should look like now. And then you just let it dry before you set it upward. But you can make as many as you want, as many of these leaves as you want. You can add more. I might add a few more later, I'm not sure. But you can add poinsettias, you can add like little flowers, different here and there. You can do just green and red for Christmas. You can do, these colors are more for like fall colors, which I really love. I love the fall colors. They're my favorite tones, just earthy tones. Love it so much. So that's it. That's the simplest project you can do, and just incorporating a wreath and some hot glue and some wire, and you've got yourself a fabulous home decor. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching and learning how to make this super fabulous piece. Alright everyone, make sure to thumbs up this video, and check me out on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, and check out the links in the description. There's a link to the pattern for this, and if you can't find something like this where you live, I'll link everything in the description in the materials section of the pattern. Thanks so much for watching. Happy hooking!